Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope Community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica, a Reiki master and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are going to be balancing the feminine and the masculine. So sit back, relax, and get all nice and comfy. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to your girl. Let her know she is loved. I'm so excited to get started with this. I hope you enjoyed Dream Week. So we're going to continue on this very magical, relaxing kind of theme and really go in to that balancing of the masculine and the feminine energy. So if you're new as well, we say a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to connect us in community to our individual healing experience. And because consent always matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, let's do it. Just blessing you here. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, we connect to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Kutumi, Yamonja, Oshun, Ma'u, and all the Taras. Please connect us to our ancestors, archangels, lineage, spirit guides, spirit animals, and all for our highest vibrational good only, rooting us down in our individual healing experience and bringing us forth as a community. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I hope you really enjoy our prayer. The purpose of the prayer is just to kind of get you in this very relaxed and connected state with divine energy, universe, source. It is not to be religious. It is not to replace how you feel when it comes to religion. It is just to connect in a spiritual path via our community. And that's always so wonderful and so magical. As a person who has always been spiritual her whole life, even when I was going to different kind of religious gatherings, I always thought like, wow, it is so magical, when I was in like a church and then in a mosque and then in a temple, and I would be in all of these places and I could see, with my eyes, and I could feel in my heart the reverence that each person has in their lineage. And I used to think, when I was really young, like, well, what is the right answer? Because they all seem right, and then people are like, well, there's only one right answer. And I had this professor in undergrad in a mysticism class, and he had said, you know what, everybody is so worried about having the right answer. Instead of feeling like you have the right answer, just be the best you that you are. If you were born something and you want to stay something, just be the best that, or just be the best you. And from that moment, I knew that my spiritual journey, which I love so much, which I was doing so unconsciously, was actually where I needed to be. And that discovering community, which is so important, was going to happen naturally. So that was officially a tangent, but it really helps in balancing out both the feminine and the masculine side of us, of our being, of our essence. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes the masculine side can be very assertive, and then if it's too much, it can be aggressive, or it can be insecure, or it can be irrational. But when it's well balanced, it's very assertive. It has strong boundaries. And masculine and feminine, it's not necessarily a gendered thing in the way that we think of like a person being masculine, like a man or a woman. It's more of these divine energies that exist in all of us. Sometimes we have more of one than the other, and it really doesn't matter what your gender is. You know, you can be a very macho guy and just naturally have a lot of feminine energy. You love nurturing, you love preparing and cooking and things like that, and you can still be a macho guy. It's just the energy that you have. And well, when it comes to the feminine side, balancing our femininity, you know, at the best, it is nurturing, it is a cultivating, it is the growing. So think about it. It's I guess I'll use an opposite answer, which is a woman can have very masculine energy. She can be very assertive. She can say what she wants. She can be straightforward. She can be kind of no nonsense. She could, or how about be simple? She could be the provider, you know? And so it really doesn't matter. And you can have a combination of different mixtures of all of those things. So we're going to balance all of that out. Now remember, it is still ASMR August, and that is so special. So put your requests in. So chit chat over. Take another breath. Bringing my hand to the top of the head. Breathing in and out. Universal energy, love, God, source, bringing the highest amount of energy down through the crown, filling it through the throat, bringing it past the sacral, all the way down to the center of the earth. Okay. I'm going to bring this energy down your limbs, your arms. Just relax. And I'm feeling for a balance here. A balance of all of those wonderful properties that we learned from the feminine and the masculine. And even that lovely, lovely mixture of the two. That's probably the best thing of all, that mixture of the two. So I'm just going to smooth it down your arms. So go ahead and just put your arms out. I'm just going to smooth it down your arms. I just want you to feel, this is going to feel like a little tingly from your shoulder, upper, lower, the side, as I just pull through the crown of your head, back of your head. Lovely, lovely people, family, friends. Get your out the way. So just checking in. Seeing what this feels like. Okay. I'm actually feeling like there's a little bit of resistance to the feminine, a little bit more free flowing with the balance of the masculine. And so when the masculine is balanced, like I said before, you know, it is assertive, it is correct boundaries, it is all that lovely stuff, you know, all of that stuff that we can all learn from. When the feminine is not balanced, it feels like a lack of self-love. It feels like a lack of nurturing. Really, that's what it is, a lack of nurturing. And I think what's happening here is with a lot of Leo energy and Leo sun sign, we can have a boost to the masculine because there's a lot of beautiful masculine qualities in Leo. That is the generosity, that is the assertiveness, that is the leader energy. And so we're getting kind of like this boost. But if you are not balanced in your feminine aspect, if you're not balanced in that nurturing, in that loving, in that understanding, in that deep work as we are coming out of the sun sign of Cancer, then that can make you feel very anxious. It's probably sleeping problems. It can make you feel highly insecure. And once that happens, if you do not balance the feminine side, you're going to over utilize the masculine side and throw it out of balance. So it's fine. And we're going to go here, right to that feminine side. And I want you to see something. I want you to see that you are enough. But more importantly, the message that I'm getting is that you are so powerful. Let me start right there. Let me let you know there. You are so powerful that the only person in this, on this planet that can prevent you or prevent any goal that you want from happening is you. And you may have been stuck in this perspective that, oh, my family, my friends, some random person, the people I work with, some unforeseen circumstance, if I'm not perfect or if I'm not enough in some way, that this thing is going to come in and just be in full control of your life. Like, no matter how hard you work, there's something that might just be like, oh, I'm going to, it can derail me. And that is an imbalance with feminine energy, because there's nothing that can derail you except for yourself. So what happens in those situations is that you create a perpetual state of actually making that come true. And you're so strong that in such a powerful manifester that it's just you doing it. So I say all that to say that you have to let go and understand that you're the only one in your way. And once you get out of your way, you can really focus on putting in that work and putting in the discipline for whatever it is you want, like being able to honestly enjoy and go through the experience. So going over here to that feminine side, I'm just going to place my hands on your shoulders, and you're going to just feel a balance of energy rocking back and forth, kind of in the sign of the infinity, balancing out. And we can borrow from each other. We can borrow the good masculine intention in order to remind us of the good feminine intention. Same vice versa. Good feminine intention can remind us of the good masculine intention. Again, not gendered in that, male and female and stuff like that, but more of a balance. And some people have more of something, which is perfect for them, but it just needs to be in tune with yourself. And I think to explain when someone has more of a balance of one thing and it's not in balance, what I mean by that is that when someone is in balance with their masculine or their feminine, they're kind of leaning towards aggression, or they're leaning towards self-loathing or things like that. But when someone just naturally has more feminine energy, more masculine energy, that's just their middle balance. So you'll meet people who are very much so, kind of like I said, manly man or feminine woman, and she might have much more masculine energy in her, just because that's what's natural to her, and she needs to balance that. And that masculine energy might come off as her being like the boss, or her being very assertive, and then she has her feminine qualities. Maybe she's like really girly girl or something like that, but more of these internal things, and that is the correct balance. It doesn't mean it's out of order. It would only be out of order if something was happening where the assertion turned into aggression or things like that. Same for a man. He can have more masculine energy or more feminine energy, and less of a masculine energy, maybe a nurturer, a good listener, okay, just qualities that really the femininity brings out, and feel very much so like a manly man. And then those who are not, in that kind of binary of gender, who flow back and forth or flow more to the one side, who don't necessarily feel like, oh, it feels right saying man or feels right saying woman, that there is a balance there, as well as a free flowing balance too. So always just being in that energy and being able to feel like you're bringing out the best quality. So balance. Okay. Breathing. 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 Okay. Just let it go. Lovely. Okay. Just working internally here, moving that energy around, just letting it circulate, balancing from the front and from the back. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, family. So I'm going to actually clear you out. What I want you to continue to do here is I want you to just continue to relax, lie flat on your back. Just continue to breathe. Continue to breathe in this energy, in this essence, in this relaxation, and just continue to let the work happen. Instead of instantly getting up or something like that, just continue to let the work happen until you intuitively feel like it's enough. Sealing you with the sign of the infinity and allowing that balance. Smoothing over your aura. Good job. And sealing it with a kiss. Well, no one has said it to you, family. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Don't be out the house if you don't need to. And be sweet to yourself. I love you, love you, love you. Cannot wait until next time. But until next time, bye.